Hello everyone. In this video, I will teach you the concept of operations on functions and how we're going to solve it. So in this slide, as you can see, we have the definition on operations of functions. So we have f of x and g of x as they represent two different functions. Okay, and of course, because our topic is about operations, we need to say we will deal with addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, we will use these particular operations. Okay, that's why we have them here as sum, difference, product, and quotient. And we just distribute. We distribute the value of x, or rather, the x variable to each function to determine and just say uh, that this particular value of x will be the value of x for every functions that we have. Okay. Okay, for this slide, we have an illustrative example wherein I will show you how to answer this kind of problems. Okay, so in this example, we have a given. Yan. So may given tayong functions wherein f of x and g of x. They are f of x and g of x, and also they have the equivalent values. For f of x, we have x plus 1. And for the g of x, we have x plus 3. Okay, like what I've said, we will simply substitute the values of these functions to the given set of operations natin. Okay, so operations of functions. Okay, sige po. So the first one, we have f plus g. So here, again, we will just simply substitute the values. So we have x plus 1 and x plus 3. Ayan, so sulat natin. We have x plus 1. So, yan. So, again, this is a reminder. Just a tip. Always put a parenthesis, okay, for those values na sinubstitute natin from the given variable. Okay? This is for us to determine and easily check whether a certain expression is a substitution or a value coming from a given variable. Okay? Sige po. So, x plus 1 and then x plus 3. So, we simply add them and we have 2x plus 4. Okay? So, ganun lang po siya kadali. I-add lang natin. Pagsasamahin lang po natin yung magkakamuka and then 2x plus 4. Next tayo. For the next value, we have f minus g of x. Okay, so again, the first thing that we need to do is to substitute the values. For f of x, we have x plus 1, again, enclose it by a parenthesis, minus x plus 3. So here, um, this is a basic rule in operations or adding or subtracting a polynomial. Whenever you have subtraction or minus sign before a parenthesis, meaning to say you need to change the signs of each term inside of this particular group. Okay, so we have x plus 1 minus x minus 3. And then we simply combine like terms. So we have x and minus x here, and this will become 0. Okay, 0. And then 1 and negative 3, we have negative 2. Okay, and then for the final answer, I will have negative 2. Okay. For the next one, f times g of x. So for f times g of x, as you can see, this is multiplication, meaning to say we will just multiply the given values for each function. So for f, we have x plus 1, and for the g of x, we have x plus 3. So here we will just simply use FOIL method. F for the first terms, ito siya. Ayan. First terms, we have x times x. And this is what? X squared. Next, for the outer terms, we have, uh, sorry, this is not the outer terms. Rather, they are the last terms. Okay, so dito sila ilalagay. 1 times 3 equals to 3. For the outer terms, ito po yun. Yan, yung dalawang dulo natin. They are the outer terms. So, x times 3, so equals to 3x. And for the inner terms, we have, ito po, yung nasa loob. So, I times x, sorry, this is not I, this is 1 times x equals x. Ayan. Smiley method din siya kung tawagin because we will just create a smiley face and then you can know now how you will multiply them. Okay, and also you can use the vertical method or the traditional way of solving this one. Now, so after getting the products of the first, outer, inner, last terms of these binomials, the next thing that we need to do is to combine like terms. Okay, so titingnan natin, class, kung alin dito ang mayroong magkaparehas ang variable at ang exponent nito. Okay, so for this, we have x squared plus 3x plus x plus 3. So what do you think is the similar terms or what are the similar terms in this particular set of expressions? Yes, that's correct. We have 3x and x. So we will add them. So x squared plus 3x plus x plus 3. Ayan. So solve lang natin sila. 3x plus x, we have 4x. And then here, I have plus 3 and x squared here. So plus. So my final answer is x squared plus 4x plus 3. Okay? Are we here? Can we now go on to the next one? Okay. So division naman tayo. So we have the f over g of x. Okay. So in this one, again, so we have to follow this. F of x over g of x, right? Now, based on our given, whenever we substitute the values of this f of x and g of x, we will come up with x plus 1 over x plus 3. And this particular expression doesn't have any way to reduce or to have quotient. Meaning to say, this is the final answer. Okay? So this is how we do operations on functions. Okay? Now let's go on to the next slide. Okay, now we are in our illustrative example number 2, wherein we will define, again, the functions, but for this time, we have values for x. So, as you can see, for the first set of functions, we have f plus g of 5. It means that x is equal to 5. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes there are some questions where in the given we have this, we have the functions, the f of x, g of x, and then we have also here as x, and then they give the value. But for this time, because I want you to expose yourself to different kinds of values of x, that's why I use here different values, not just one. For you to be able to exercise your skills in um, also in operations on functions as well as operations on polynomials. Okay, so let's have this one. So first thing here, because we already know the value of x, right? So much better if we find first the value of each function. Meaning to say, we will simplify them first before we proceed to to the operation of functions, no? Like this one. So again, ulitin ko, ang uunahin natin ay sagutan ang kada functions natin. Hahanapin muna natin yung value ng function before we go on to the operations. Okay? Operations on function, to be exact. Sige po. So let's do this. So here we have x equals to 5. Okay? For f plus g. So gagawin natin, we have f of x, and we substitute the value of 5 to every x that we have. So this will become f of 5 equals, so we have x squared minus 3x plus 2 here. So mangyayari po, we have 5 raised to 2 minus 3 times 5 plus 2. And 5 squared is 25, minus 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2. So here, we have 25 minus 15. This is 10, plus 2 is equal to 12. Okay? So here we have f of x that is equivalent, or let's say equal to 12. Next, we have the gx, or the g of x. For the g of x, we have 2x minus 4. Now, we will simply substitute the value of 5, then 2 times 5 minus 4. Okay, so here we have 10 minus 4, okay, is equals to 6. Now that we have 6 and 12, we can now apply, okay, the operations on functions f plus g. And f is equal to 12. So here, so again, no, ang f of x natin ay 12. At ang ating g of x ay 6. So add lang natin, then the answer is 18. So as simple as that. Now let's proceed to the next one. We will use f minus g of 2. Ayan. So same thing, f of x muna po tayo. So x squared minus 3x plus 2. Ano po ang gagawin natin ulit? We will just substitute the values. So we only have 2 here, so we substitute 2 to each x that we have. So this will become 2 squared minus 3 times 2 plus 2. So 2 squared is 4 minus 6 plus 2. So technically, after doing the operation, we get what? We get 6 minus 6, which is equal to 0. Meaning to say, f of x is 0, or f of 2 is equal to 0. Now, let's have the g of x. So for the g of x, we have 2x minus 4. And again, x is what? X is 2. So 2 times 2 minus 4 is equal to, so here we have 4, and minus 4 is equal to 0. Meaning to say, the operations on functions f minus g of x is equal to 0. So next, so multiplication naman po tayo, f times g of 1. So f of x is equal to 1 squared minus 3 times 1 plus 2. Ayan, so 1 minus 3 plus 2. So here, as you can see, the result is also 0. Ayan, bakit po? Because we have 1 plus 2 equals to 3 minus 3 equals 0. Okay? So next naman po tayo, we have g of x. So again, we use 1 to be the value of x. Okay? Sige po. So here we have 2x minus 4. So 2 times 1 minus 4 equals 2 minus 4 equals negative 2. Ayan po. Because 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Ayan. So next tayo for the last one. F over g of 0. So mean to say, lahat ng may x ay dapat 0 ang value. Or lahat ng x po. Ayan. So, f of x equals x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals 0 squared minus 0 times 3 plus 2. So 0 squared is 0. Negative 3 or 3 times 0 is 0 plus 2. Meaning to say, f of x is equals to 2. Okay? Now, given that we don't have enough space here, sa taas natin siya ilalagay. Okay? For the g of x, for this particular number only, ayan, or given, equals to x minus 4. So, again, x is 0. So, 2 times 0 minus 4. So, here we have negative 4. Ayan. So, now, we're not done yet. Anong susunod na gagawin natin? We will divide. So, f of x divided by g of x. So, ano po sagot natin? It will become 2 over negative 4. And 2 over negative 4 is equal to negative 1 half. Ayan po. Now, balikan ko lang po ito. Sa part po na ito, sa third example natin, i-multiply pa po natin siya. So, f of x times g of x, it is equal to 0. Why? Because we have 0 for f of x and negative 2 for the g of x. Kaya po naging 0 ang sagot. Okay? And that is all. So, thank you for watching. And this will be our video tutorial for operations on functions.